Hi everyone. I am just getting ready to get into Fairfield Harbor, and I wanted to share a little bit about some of the things that are going on here. I just want you to see in just a minute some of the things that we're facing as we strive to do ministry in this new place in our life. We don't really know why God brought us here, but now we're starting to see that He has a plan for us. And I want you to pray for us as we seek out ways that God would have us to serve. I want you to pray specifically for Joe as he is planning an event for pastors in this area who have been just relentlessly serving the people of Eastern North Carolina and New Bern, and cleaning out houses and serving meals and doing hosting people in their homes and in their church buildings, and it just never ends, and it's going to be going on for months and maybe even over a year before you'll start to see things get better. Now from right here you're not going to see a lot, so I'm going to pause it and I'm going to pull into the neighborhood, and I'm just going to show you some of the pictures of what's going on in our neighborhood. And I want you to pray for us and consider financially partnering with us as we have kind of had to shift some of our attention to this local area just to be Jesus to people. As the pastor of Temple Church said, show them Jesus. And so that's what we are attempting to do during this time. So I'm going to be pulling in. You'll see a couple little trees down. They've cleaned up a lot already, but you're going to be surprised. Give me just 1 minute. I just turned onto onto Cara Drive, and I just want you to see what I'm seeing as we go down the street. And this is not the worst part of the community. Actually, this is probably better than much of the community. We were blessed on our street, at least in the little section of our street, to really not have any damage. We were incredibly blessed, but there are many people who are homeless right now, just due to the fact that their homes were flooded, and they can't move back in them. And we're hearing more and more of houses that are just going to have to be demolished or completely gutted, and people will have many months to longer to be able to get back into their homes. And honestly, there are really no places for people to go. There's not a whole lot of availability. I've been in touch with a couple realtors, and there's just few rentals available for people. We are having some people stay with us right now. A lady is staying with us because she really just has nowhere to go. It was that or sleep in her car. She's been in this community for 12 years, and there's just nothing. There's nowhere for people to be. But you can just see the trees that are down right here. But as we come around the corner up here, you're going to see a lot of debris from the houses. So I'm going to pause again until I get to that location. You can see they've been doing some pickups of trash, so we're not seeing as much, although there's a lot there that you can see. But as we get into this part of the community, this is the area that was more devastated. But the housing is so sparse, and those of us whose homes were not damaged or destroyed are having opportunities to minister to people. I know one pastor has an entire family living in his house, and it's just what we need to do. There are just so many people that are hurting, and it's looking not as bad today as it did because they've cleaned up a lot of the debris, but there's still a long way to go because now the houses have to be rebuilt. But as we get into this little part of the community, you're just going to see pretty much every house has got piles and piles. It looks like they've gotten a lot of the furniture up at this point, and now that we've got to deal with there's still furniture and things here, but more where they've torn walls out, and you'll just see it's pretty much everything. People have lost pretty much everything. So this is just one street, and it really gets worse. And the other half of the community, where there's hundreds of homes, are in the same situation as we are on this side of the community, except that it's pretty much the entire side. the water was really, even houses that were on pilings were destroyed. Not from the outside, but just from the water that came up because it was so very deep. And you'll see here this area is just been totally devastated. So we ask you to just pray for us and pray for the people of New Bern. Pray that we will all come together, do ministry together, and serve these people who have lost so much. I just wanted to share that with you as we do our ministry. If you want to give to the ministry that we are doing, you can go to www.disciplepath.org. Disciplepath.org. That's DISCIPLEPATH.org. Disciplepath.org. Or you can email Joe or I. It's jolishay@disciplepath.org to get more information. So pray for us, partner with us, and help us be able to have the time we need to serve these people, and as Joe reaches out to pastors and local churches around New Bern and also ministers throughout North America.